Hey everybody, my name is Jenny Hinchcliffe. I'd like to take a minute to welcome you to today's Shelter in Studio. We're really excited to be hosting Nikki Thompson of Deconstructed Artichoke Press. So first, I'll just do a little bit of housekeeping. My name is Jenny Hinchcliffe. I'm the Exhibitions and Events Manager at the Center. And as you know, Shelter in Studio is a weekly lunchtime get-together that we host where we follow artists into their studio, see what they're up to, and talk about their current work. Today's artist is Nikki Thompson. And a little bit about Nikki. Nikki is a book artist and a poet. She has an MFA from the California College of the Arts, and her work explores architecture, feminism, and the politics of work through the mediums of bookmaking, printmaking, and photography. Her work has been awarded first prize at the Gallery Rene Marie and a purchase prize at the 23 Sandy Gallery. She has also been nominated for a Pushcart Prize. Nikki has received grants from the College Book Arts Association for her work in Rising Together, including the Social Justice Microgrant for Zines. Recently, she was a juror for the artist book exhibition content at the Artery Gallery in Davis, California. Welcome, Nikki.
Yay! Hello. So what I wanted to talk about was I want to talk about the content show a little bit, and then I'll show you some of my work, particularly my recent work with social justice. All right. So let me share my video here. All right, here it is. Oops, click to exit full screen. Click to, oh, okay. Sorry, this is taking me a second. All right. So the content show is a book art show in Davis, California at the Artery Gallery. And it's up until May 3rd. And I collaborated with another artist, Adele Shaw. And this video is Adele's. It was our Instagram live. And I'll start showing you the video. We got submissions from all over the US. It was really impressive. We were blown away. So we awarded, I think, 9 awards, which I'll show you after you see the video. If you're local, even the Bay Area, the show is open till May 3rd. And you can come and see it. You know, you have to use a mask and stuff like that. But you could contact the Artery Gallery and find out about that. So, and this is a gorgeous space that, and Adele put out all these shelves so we could put up the books. So it was fabulous. And this is Ward Shoemaker's. He was a special guest that Adele invited. Oh. And this one won an award. And this one did too, actually. Oh, and this one did too. Oh my God. And so did this one, which I'll show you in a second, all those books. Yeah. So you can see what a gorgeous show it is. Yeah. All right. Oh, yes. And then, oh, I love this book. And this one's phenomenal too. And I'm in my studio, which is a big warehouse, and there's people talking. So yeah, which is kind of cool. But
So, Nikki, can you give us the names of some of these artists we're seeing?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's over. Sorry. Yeah, I'll show you. Oh, shoot. Oh, that's the only thing with videos. I'm going to stop it for just a second and
perfect.
then I'll share it again with, I'll go on to the next slide. Okay. All right. Yeah, I know Zoom, but I don't know Zoom. This book, oh, I'm pointing to it like you guys can see it. So the book on the left is by Jacob Wan, and it's called Tooth Hurts, and it's this amazing book with, and the illustrations are just gorgeous. If you go to the Artery website, and Jenny, could you please put the Artery website in the chat for me, please? You can go to the Artery website and see that book in a video, which is phenomenal. And then this one won the Little Red Book, and I just love how tactile it is. And then Lake of Beauty got the Construction Award for Content Creation. It is beautifully printed. It's just, the books are just gorgeous. And then we awarded the poetic content to Susan Loudermilk. For this book is gorgeous too, and it's a series of pop-ups, and it's phenomenal. And then we awarded A.B. Gorman for Whipstock. That's the book in the center. And then on the right is the book by Laura Russell, which is very funny. It's all about want ads, but it's old furniture on the side of the road. It's fabulous. And then for best visual story creation, we awarded Casey Gardner for her book Avalanche, which is, it's amazing. It's an accordion, but it has little books inside of it. It's just fabulous. And then Adele awarded her Juror's Prize to a book that was bound, it was a do-si-do basically. And it was 35 years of a woman, her painting. And it was an old painting and she couldn't do anything, or I can't remember exactly what it was, but she cut up the old painting. And then for the binding, she used a leather jacket. So it has a lot of history. And then I awarded the center book, Messages in Threads and Wings, my Juror's Prize, just because I tend to like books that are very, very tactile. And I like the idea of textiles, and it is a gorgeous book. So, and I mean, there's so many gorgeous books in the show. It was really hard to pick who got the awards. So, yeah. So that was the show I just did, and it was phenomenal. Okay, so I'm going to stop my screen share, and now I'll talk a little bit about my own work, and I'll get my notes up here. So. You know, I have a daughter who's 6 now, and that has really changed my art. And I haven't been able to do as much, you know, real elaborate projects. I have a few, but I don't work on them as much, because I'm taking care of my daughter, I'm working. So I started to make zines. Jenny, can you show my hands?
Yes.
Thank you.
Happy to do it. Thank you.
So I started making these zines, and I make about one a month. And I have Patreon subscribers, and I make one a month for them. And so I do have a lot of social justice goes into them. So, I mean, this one is the life of a lithographer. So that one's not social justice so much. But, I'm also a special ed teacher. And so it really bothers me how English books, how actually racist the English books are. So anyway, I did this book, Riots Become Protests, When Will the Textbooks Get It Right? And I love to make these one sheet wonders, basically. And that's what this is. Yeah. So, and then another favorite, well, I'll show you this one too, because this is similar in structure. This is like your typical one sheet book. I made it a tribute to Ruth Bader Ginsburg because, of course, she's fabulous. She was fabulous. And I wanted to do, I'm trying to hold this so it's not upside down. I don't know. So, and, as a woman, I really appreciate everything she did. And so I made this book a tribute to her just after she died. And then I like to work a lot with Haiti Kyle structures. So this book is a Haiti Kyle structure, but it's a single sheet of paper, which I just love. Yeah, so it is so exciting. And so this book is Fire No Exit, and it looks at the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory fire and the Ghost Ship fire, and it just compares how those are both really significant issues of the time. Working conditions and unions were, when the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory fire happened, and then now it's housing issues. And the Ghost Ship fire was a lot about how artists can't afford to live in the place where they choose. So that was what I was doing with this book. So the structure is really conducive to having twos. So when we moved from San Francisco to Sacramento, I made a Missing San Francisco while living in Sacramento. So, and again, it's the same structure. So then I made The Pill versus the Pocket Rocket, which is a humorous title, but I'm looking at the version, why is the pill not on insurance plans as much, and Viagra is? It's a very unequal gender thing. And I do a lot of research for my books. And there was a lot of research in The Pill versus the Pocket Rocket. And then this was early, it was early last summer. I made this one, is Trump Hoover almost 100 years later. I mean, now I think about it and I would have said, no, he was a lot worse. But you know, I compared Herbert Hoover to Trump in this book, in this scene. And then I wanted to do Are the Parents All Right? And this has a lot to do with my daughter. Yeah. So, and you know, my daughter is really important to my artwork now, in a way that I wouldn't have thought. She, I mean, she has a place in my studio. You know, when I made like the Codex or something, she has a little basket or a box, and she sells work. She hasn't really been in person at the book fairs, but she's definitely there in spirit. Yeah. All right. You know what, Jenny?
Yeah.
Now would be a good time for some questions, I think.
All right. If anyone has questions for Nikki, they're welcome to go ahead and type them into the chat. That's fine.
Yeah.
I have a fast question. Can you tell us a little bit about, you have a studio space at the Artery, not at the Artery, but in Sacramento, right?
Yeah, I
You
do.
recently moved during the pandemic, right?
Yes, I did.
Wow.
So I haven't been able to. Oh, go
What
ahead.
was that like?
That was really weird because I expected like I was gonna have a little party and you know we were gonna open up, and but I moved right. It opened up right in March. So we've been under a pandemic the whole time I've had the studio. And like I haven't been able to invite friends over. I mean, it would be okay to have a friend over now, wearing a mask and everything, but it's been like I've been like I want to have a party and show off. No, and it's an excellent place because it, you know, like some of the people who have studios are starting their own business, their craft businesses. They're, you know, they're business oriented also, but you know, crafts in terms of business. And I really like that. You know, it's open to people of color, people, LGBTQ people, women, and I really appreciate all of that. Yeah.
Jasmine has a question. She asks, does your daughter fold Haiti Kyle books?
Not yet. But she does have her own bone folder. She does, and she can make like the small books. Yeah. So she the Haiti Kyle books are a couple more years, but only a couple.
Have you guys ever collaborated, you and Annabelle, on a book together?
Yeah, we have. I folded a couple of them and she drew the illustrations. And I sell those like sometimes at Zine Fests or, you know, stuff like that. All right.
Susan has a question. We have a couple questions. Does Nikki self-print her books in her studio? What kinds of papers do you like to use?
Yeah. Okay. For my zines, I use regular copy paper. I don't print them at the studio. We use my husband's printer at home. Yeah. So, but that's a great question. But for my book art stuff, I do love paper, obviously a book artist. And this is like Sumi sketch paper. And this is, my friend's staff is a paper maker and she lives here in Sacramento. So I learned about, Punji. So that's what this paper in the background is. So I definitely love to use paper. Yeah.
And if you're not making zines, what kind of paper do you use for your artist books?
So let me go in and I'll show you. my latest artist book. This is an unfinished artist book right now. Could you show the screen again?
Certainly.
All right. So this one, I used a lot of drawing paper. Oops, it's upside down. Oh, I have two of them here. I don't know what that is. So you can see how this is. And I'll show you just, this is the top of it. And so this one will be, there will be pages that I sew around the edges. So here's a dummy that I did. I don't know. Yeah. So this is what it'll look like finally. It has these pages on it. And
hey, Nikki.
Yeah.
When you sort of like fan your carousel book around, can you like flip through the pages?
Oh yes, I could.
Because we're just seeing the top, and
Yeah.
the pages themselves look super awesome.
Yeah, so this was a dummy that I did early on. Is this upside down?
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, we
Okay,
can get an idea of what it looks like.
maybe like this.
Yeah, just keep flipping through it.
So that was an early dummy. The final dummy is here. So I totally changed the way I did it. Like here, oh, the third one is relevant. It's just not attached. I see. So this is all about, because I had a stroke over 10 years ago. Oh my gosh. And I remember Jenny coming to a party we had after the stroke. And it's, wow, we've been friends for a long time, Jenny.
A long time, yes.
So anyway, so the book kind of goes like this. And I decided to collage the background rather than draw it. In the earlier one, I had drawn it, but then I was like, "Gosh, I have all this cool paper." So I made a collage out of paper, and so then, and the book is a series of poems that I wrote about my stroke, and then my friend Judith wrote a series of poems about the stroke, about being my friend, and my experience and her experience with me in the hospital, as well as her own experience undergoing glaucoma surgery. So it's like illness is the theme of the book.
And what's the title?
Oh, Seen Unseen.
Okay. And then Susan asks, is this a one-of-a-kind artist book, or are you doing an edition?
You know, it was going to be an edition of 20, but no longer. It's going to be an edition of 10. I'm like, okay, I can't do 20. And this is the last layer. You know, and so like Judith has a lot of cats. I was in a wheelchair, and that some of the poems are about that. I don't know why I drew the cactus plant, but you know, and then I transferred to a cane. So.
And so you're hand cutting all of those individual windows, right?
No, I use a portrait. What's it called? A silhouette portrait. Because I can't cut it neatly anymore. Just because with the stroke, it was like, okay, I got to do something for the book arts. I can't hand cut this anymore. So I use the silhouette portrait.
What is that? I don't know what that is.
It's the crafty people use it. The scrapbookers. I stole it from the scrapbookers.
Oh, okay. So it's like a machine or something that you
Yeah,
brought.
it's basically a die cutter. Yeah.
If there's anyone in the audience who knows what that is, a cricket cutter. Monica says, "Is it a cricket cutter?"
It's like a cricket cutter.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Except you can put your own designs into it. I think the cricket you can't, but I don't know.
Mhm. Cool.
So yeah.
Well, we do have a couple more minutes.
Yeah.
Do we have one more question that someone would like to ask Nikki?
And I'll just put these ones out. I was going to talk about social justice. Also, I'm going to be in a online show. They're going to have a website, and it's called Unequal Freedoms, and it's put out by Sauk State. And I have my newest book, To Vote As We Work, in there, as well as a lot of my more socially conscious zines. Yeah. Anyway.
And you said that's at Sacramento State?
Yeah. And
when does that open online?
May 13th, I think.
Okay.
Oh, and I'll be speaking on May something for the book for
oh yeah, you'll be part of our Rising Together Speaking Out panel discussion on May 6th.
Right, exactly. Woo!
So let's see, there's one more question. We'll do this. Adele asks, do you think Sacramento Open Studios will happen in person this year?
Oh, yes. They're supposed to be hybrid as well as in person. Okay. So
good to know. So we all have something to look forward to.
Yeah. And maybe then I can open my studio and have everyone come on up. Because I am signed up. So
that would be awesome. That would be awesome. Adele's excited, and I think we are all too.
Oh, I'm so excited to have done this.
Yeah, I'm going to. I just have a little bit of housekeeping here that I'll do. I want to take a minute just to thank Nikki for being our Shelter in Studio guest today. It's always so much fun to hang out and, see Nikki's work, catch up with what she's been doing, and hear a little bit more about what's shaken in the Sacramento book art scene. Our Shelter in Studio guest for next week, April 29th, will be Rhea Lynn Guzman. Many of you have probably taken courses with her before and have seen her fantastic work as well. So please join us for that. And as Nikki mentioned, our next event for Rising Together, the exhibition, will be on May 6th, and Nikki will be speaking as part of a roundtable discussion. So we'll have information up on our website about that event in the next day or so. So I'll take a minute to thank everyone for joining us for this week's Shelter in Studio, and hopefully we'll see you next week as well. So I'll say bye for now. Thank you, everybody.